Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this is the Seven of Cups. This is, to me, I know it looks kind of icky, right? This is the confidence to know when something we are immersed in, a situation, an environment, a way of thinking, a habit, a lifestyle, a relationship, a dynamic. The confidence to know when it's not good for us anymore, right? This is the awareness. This is really, to me, it feels like the confidence you have in yourself that when something goes bad, you'll know. When there are red flags, when this starts to become not a healthy or productive situation, you'll know, right? You'll know. Let's put this into some context. Let's see if this is something maybe that we're becoming aware of now. Are you in a situation now that you're starting to kind of feel differently about, right? You're starting to kind of realize maybe this isn't for me anymore. Yeah. Or did we already get ourselves out of a situation like that, and now we're really in this confidence? Let's see. What's the next card? Oh, the 9. See, this is something that is for you. The Seven of Cups is sometimes we're like throwing money at something, and it's just it's not a good idea, right? We keep throwing money at this lemon of a car when we should just maybe try to get a new to me car, right? There are better things to do with this energy than keep throwing it at this. This is the money pit, right? This is throwing money at something that is just never going to improve. But we've got a 9 of Pentacles. That's the alternative. And then we've got, of course, 6. This is the confidence, really, that kind of goes with that 7. Here we have the Builder, and this is the Prince of Pentacles. Ooh, that's some fresh, clean water. Yeah. As my daughter would say, anytime we give her a glass of, filtered water, she says, "Is this nice? Is this fresh, clean water?" And I say yes, but she enjoys drinking that fresh, clean water. We know that not everything is fit for us to consume, right? Not everything deserves our attention. Not everything is something that you can fix, something that you can save, right? This is something that you're throwing your energy at, or money, or both, that is not going to improve. I think you have the best of intentions, but it feels like it's not getting better, But of course, we can look at the 9 of Pentacles in a different way, and we can say that, yeah, you know what? This is a situation that might get better. So how do we know? How do we know if this is the money pit or if this is actually going to work if we just keep at it? Well, we need that higher perspective. We need that Queen of Swords. Yeah. Because this is something that you're doing out of love, right? Let's see. We've got the Knight of Cups now, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and 9 of... Yeah, okay. All right. Sometimes Spirit has a tendency to make jokes at my expense. I went through this whole thing of how we can recognize when we're throwing money at something and it's not going to get any better. And now we've got this idea that, hey, maybe it is. Maybe this is something that you're putting all of your effort, time, money, love, energy into, and look how good it gets. Right? Look how good it gets. And to me, the 9 of Pentacles here maybe is saying that, look, it really is taking a lot of your resources. Maybe it is a lot of money you're putting into it, a lot of time, a lot of physical activity and energy, right? As you're trying to build something up, trying to improve something. I don't know, maybe you're taking care of somebody. you know? Maybe you are trying to nurse this business back to health, even, right? It could be you're putting into a lot of effort into this relationship or this creative project, you know? But the Seven of Cups is always going to represent the confidence to know if this is just a sinkhole, a bottomless pit, a money pit, if it's just quicksand, or if it's something that you can improve if you put enough into it. Yeah. And I feel like this is something very close to your heart. I feel like this isn't something that you want to give up in any way. Yeah. So, you know, like I say, I'm just the messenger. And if I'm getting the message wrong, I think Spirit will let me know. Yeah. So, anyway, this is a lot of water energy, and we can see things are kind of improving through your efforts. Through your efforts with this Knight of Cups, giving of yourself, applying your energies, right? Being generous, really, you keep giving and giving in this situation. And 3, 4, boom, 9. See, really, we want to go from the 3 to the 9. We're trying to skip over the 4, because the 4 is the idea that you're going to plateau, that this is only going to get so good, and that level, that plateau, is not going to be good enough. Yeah, so that's our concern, that's our worry. This is something that you've been working toward and applying yourself. This is you committing every day. You're showing up on time every day, ready to work. So it could be a career thing. It could be a business that you're trying to get off the ground, or it could be that you're trying to kind of, like I said, nurse this business back to health. But I feel like this has turned into the best news that I've ever given you. It started out saying, man, maybe this wasn't the right place for your energy. Maybe you've been giving and giving and giving, but it's just sinking down into this pit. Well, looking over here, I think it's going to pay off. But again, with the Queen of Swords, only you can make that decision. The tarot's not telling you what to do. I sure as heck is not. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm the last person to get advice from, right? I'm telling you the energy that I see. I'm telling you the messages that are coming through to me. And it really is up to you to do with all of this information what you feel is best. Okay? And this is that higher perspective. This is you taking a look at everything I'm telling you, really considering it all, and making your own decisions. Maybe once we pick them, I was going to point to the mystery card. We haven't even chosen it yet. Maybe the mystery card will give an idea of you like reaching a decision. I think it's going to be some fire energy. Let's select the card now. We'll put it away for later. This is going to be a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. Make sure we get a good shuffle here. Whoa, look, we got a volunteer card. I like that one. It is some fire energy. That's going to be our mystery card. Kevin, a.k.a. Mr. Bates, right there on top. We're not going to look at the mystery card until the very end, all right? But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this tarot card reading you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. All right, we're going to do it together. It's going to be interactive. Yeah. So the volunteer card is a 3 of Wands, and this is you contemplating and making the decision. This is you having a decision and seeing if it resonates with your heart and your mind, checking in with your beliefs and your values. Does this feel right? What does your integrity tell you? This card is all about like integrity, strength of character, doing the right thing. Right? Doing the right thing even when you don't want to, even when it's tough, even when nobody's looking. This is a real strength of character. And I think this card volunteered as Spirit's way of telling me that, yes, you know when things are just a money pit, a sinkhole, never going to improve. And you know when you need to keep at it. Yeah. So this is really a correction for me not to have my own bias toward these readings. All right, you're getting a special reading today, right? Anyway, let's take a look around the room. We're going to keep this in mind the whole time, right? That's it. It all has to do with your integrity, your character. What do you feel this spread is telling you? These cards, this energy. So we've got Interesting, we don't have any major arcana cards here, right? I think Spirit is, again, Spirit's the table. And anytime we have an absence of major arcana, I feel a couple of things. One, I feel like you need to really listen to Spirit, right? Really focus on that connection that you have with your intuition, with your instinct, right? What is that? What is it telling you? That's part of the Three of Wands. And that's also part of the Queen of Swords. But also it tells me that Spirit is supporting you. If Spirit is the table, Spirit is the glue that's holding all of this together. And Spirit is saying, look, I've got you. You've got to decide how to move forward with this. Looking at all of this energy, I mean, it's hard not to say that this looks like this is the best news ever, right? Maybe we already had this suspicion that, oh man, this is going to just be a sinkhole. I'm just sinking here. This is quicksand, and it's almost like I've got to stop putting my effort into this because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. But then we're starting to see all these signs, and maybe the Six of Wands is saying, look, you've got the strength of character, you've got the will to keep pushing through. Maybe staying the course. This thing will hit a turning point where instead of it's going down, it's going to start to climb, and it's going to improve. Whatever it is. Could be a business, could be investments, could be relationships, creative energy. It could be your spiritual path. All of these things. The Six of Wands is saying, you've got the character and the integrity. You've got the strength to keep going. If you push through, you might be victorious. This might turn around in your favor. Okay? And I say might because there's no absolute certainties. Mystery card could be that Moon card that says we don't know what's happening the very next moment. We don't know what's happening 1 second from now, let alone a more long-term outcome. We can be fairly certain, 99%. We can never be absolutely sure of how things are going to turn out. Okay? So, having the Prince of Pentacles in the background, again, this is you showing up every day. You've been consistent, right? And sometimes it's really just this consistency, this little bit every day in a routine, organized way, a little bit of effort every single day that creates the biggest results. It's not always just one tower moment, one big, huge breakthrough explosion of success. It rarely happens that way, right? Success is usually hard work day after day. Meticulous, grueling, feels like we're sinking, feels like we're just kind of swimming in quicksand. Right? Shout out to Maynard Keenan. If we persist, if we keep going, and think about it, when you're in quicksand, what do you want to do? Well, you certainly don't want to flail around and panic. You want to do slow, intentional movements, right? Powerful, strong, but slow and steady, meticulous. It may take you 5 hours to get out of there, but you're making progress, I think you've got all the right energies here. Now we have a little bit of fire, right? A little bit more fire even. We've got fire, we've got the water. Water. We've got just the right amount of air. And this air shows us rising above all of the various emotions, because look, we have a lot of water. Water. We're rising above all of the emotions of this thing, the good and the bad, the times where we feel like a little bit of hope, and those days where we feel like we're, in quicksand. Rising above that to get this more objective perspective on things. Yeah. It's only when we rise above the clouds, the storms, the weather, that we really can feel the sunlight, and we can receive the intuition. If we're immersed in all the storms and the water and the weather, it's going to be difficult to really hear what Spirit's telling you. Yeah. And that might be part of the message here too, is that we do need to rise above this. The feelings of it. And because the feelings, one day good, one day bad, right? We've got 7, we also have got the 4. We also have a 2, a 3, and a 9. So, it kind of seems like the positive energy, the hope outweighs the pessimism here. Yeah, it feels like this is going to be the best thing, right? This is kind of a crazy reading. This is a very unique one. But again, the Prince of Pentacles, the one that shows up every day. Consistency is key here. And the 2 of Cups, this is something that you really feel is your path, your destiny. This is one reason why we don't want to give up. But this is also the reason why we have to make sure we rise above all of this to get a really clear look at things. Are we being clouded by the idea of our love and commitment? We want this so bad that we're going to ignore the red flags, that we're going to persist even when it's kind of maybe foolish to do so. We've got to ask ourselves these questions, and these are not easy questions. But the Queen of Swords is taking the mask off. You're being honest with yourself. You're saying, yeah, I love this thing to death. And sometimes that love will put us in a kind of no-win situation. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we're not judging anything. But you're able to ask yourself these questions because you have this perspective. You say, yeah, I know that I feel this way. Sometimes I feel that way. I'm uncertain about things. But what does my intuition tell me? What is Spirit telling you? Yeah. I mean, this is nice over here. This is nice. We're going to move over to the Path of the Serpent now and talk about how nice all of this is. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. And it helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. So we've got the Knight of Cups. This is you giving and receiving love and affection. This is you having a gift and you are sharing it. You are doing this thing. And maybe this is your creative work. Maybe, you're an artist. You're a healer. And maybe you're doing it, giving. You're showing up every day. But maybe you find your own energy waning. Maybe you're putting yourself in a hole, right? Energetically, financially, maybe. Because you're giving. Well, I think the question here is, do you keep giving? And is there a prospect that this is going to start on an incline, if it's going to start really ascending, or if we're going to keep trending downward, right? And I think that's the big decision for you right now. And I'm going to get chided again if I put my personal opinions into the reading, but I feel like this is really a situation that is going to make you happy. It feels as if you are persistent, if you consistently show up day after day after day, have the confidence that this is eventually going to, you're going maybe downward now, but it's going to come back up. Yeah. That it's going to reach that certain point where it really starts to kind of go the other way and really starts to build you up. And you're going to see the prosperity from this, maybe financially, but physically, energetically. Yeah. It feels like this is a worthwhile investment. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't a financial reading. I'm the last person to ask for financial advice. Consult a professional, financial person, not a tarot reader. But it feels energetically, emotionally, it feels like the right investment. Yeah. But you have to have that objective certainty of it. We can't just think, yeah, it's going to be fine. Let's get that intuition. Let's rise above what we feel about it, how we feel about it, good or bad, and really see it for what it is and think, yeah, it feels right. It looks right. This card is really about the harmony between heart and mind. And that only comes from rising above what we have a lot of, which is the water, right? A lot of emotions connected with this situation that you're in. If we rise above that, then we can harmonize our heart and mind, get the intuition, get the certainty, and we can move forward. Now, what you're trying to create in your environment is this 3 of Cups, abundance. This is bliss. This is love, right? This is peace and calm. This is celebration. You understand the process of creation on the emotional plane. You know what kind of experiences you want out of this. You know how good this really could be. You have an ideal, whether it's a relationship, a spiritual thing, a creative thing, a work thing. You know what you want to feel, right? The Three of Cups is the best feeling in the world, but still in potential. Hasn't manifested yet, right? It's only a 3. Hasn't even gotten to the 4 yet. It will. It will. And when it does get to the 4, and see, this is in the position of your environment, right? So this really is kind of the emotional result, the exuberance, the joy, the bliss that this really could create in your life. When we get to the 4, we get some of that. We get a taste of that. But the worry here is a couple of things. One, that this is going to plateau. That this is going to get a little bit better, but not good enough to justify your investment. You know? The other worry is that this is going to get good, it's going to stabilize, and it's going to solidify, but then the storm comes. Then it's going to be kind of taken away really quick. Okay. This is the obstacle that we have to get past. And this is something, again, that your more objective, enlightened perspective, let's say, has to figure out, has to sort this out. And you've got to base your decision on that harmony of heart and mind. Your beliefs, your values, your objective perspective, your intuition, your spiritual guidance, right? Maybe the mystery card will be the Star. Maybe it'll be the Emperor, right? Your power card. But what we want at the end of the day is the 9 of Cups. This is the dream that keeps on dreaming. This is the happiness that keeps on happening. The bliss that keeps on blissing. It's the pursuit of happiness. This is you following your bliss. We're taking that 3 of Cups and we're applying it to every aspect of our lives. Physical, mental, emotional, creative, spiritual. This is full life kind of fulfillment, right? And this is you living the dream. This is a 9, right? It's an odd number, represents a function, not a form, not a state of things, not a solid kind of static picture. It's a moving picture. It's a motion picture, right? It's you living in this thing, immersed in it. You're working for this thing, it's working for you. And it's bliss and it's happiness. This is you really doing what you love, living in that best life and feeling really good about it. And it's fulfilling on all different levels. It's not just like a physical thing, but that emotionally this really does satisfy you. This is really where you want to be. This is the full expression, ultimately, of the Ace of Cups, which we have in the form of the 2 here. One of these cups is you. The other one is this thing you're doing, whether it's a job, or whether it's a romantic relationship, whatever it is. Whatever you feel this strongly about, that's what it is. Let's look at the mystery card now. Let's see what Kevin's got for us today. Gosh, what could this be? We could get some more earth energy, right? Maybe we need a 9 of Pentacles to go as the container for our 9 of Cups. We have one here. Maybe there's something there. Maybe this is this situation, this job, this relationship, this family thing, whatever it is. Maybe it is the vessel for your ultimate happiness and bliss. Could be. Maybe we'll get a confirmation of that. Maybe we'll get some fire energy, maybe an Ace of Wands showing that you have your decision, you have your will, and you know what you're doing. Maybe it'll be an Ace of Swords. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we've got. Oh, an Ace of Cups. Wow. Yes. I think this is a confirmation, don't you? This is kind of saying that, yeah, this is your ace. This is the one, right? This is it. I kind of feel like this is the best that we can. This is the best news ever. That what you've been maybe on the fence about, what you've been kind of worried about, it's all okay. You're doing what you need to do. It's kind of Spirit saying, just keep persisting in what you're doing. So we've got that earth energy. Just kind of keep doing what you're doing. And this thing is going to be the source of all light and life and love and bliss and hope and abundance and pleasure and all of these good things for you. We're getting to the source of things, yeah. And this is your holy grail. And it might be a struggle at first to find it, but then it's kind of like things really start picking up and the growth is kind of like exponential. I don't know how to describe that really, except maybe like in terms of like stocks or something, but it's like you're investing all this money. At first, you're just losing money. But then you hit a point where it all starts to grow, and it's just up, 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 up. Yeah, or at least, I don't know. I think that's how it works. I really don't know. But in terms of energy, that's what I'm feeling. I think this is a really, really good confirmation. Now, we're going to do an extended reading too, Aries. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that should be up here. If not, there's one down in the video description. New readings for Aries are every Monday and Friday. I'm here every day, though. Just come on back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.